I'm here because I feel that you have a presence that deserves acknowledgement. Real, intentional acknowledgement. And for some reason, I feel that what I have to say to you now really does matter. When I look at you, or rather, when I sense the energy around your life, it's not random. You are not random. There is a depth to you that I'd guess you have spent a lot of time hiding. Or maybe not hiding, but guarding. I don't think this world has made it easy for you to be as open as you would have liked. You have learned to be careful about showing people your whole self. There is a part of you that is holding back.
Something's about to happen. Dude, something's about to happen. There's about to be a decision that you're going to be placed into that's going to put you in a position where you can either go where you've always gone, deal with the same fucking energies you've always dealt with, which I know that you are fucking done with right now. Like, you are so strongly like, I'm done. I can't do that. No more. Like, I'm out. You know? It's going to put you in this position where you're like, more of that energy, or step into the direction of my dreams. And it's going to be a huge leap of faith. Okay, this is going to be a big moment for you. It's not really like, it is free will, but like, you're going in the direction of your dreams. Like, that's just where you're going. And from that moment on, it's going to be like a snowball rolling down a mountain. Like, you're about to see things go so wild, and I'm so excited for you. So just trust in yourself in this moment. Trust that you can make that right decision.
It sounds like a very chutzpah question. But like I wrote in the title, wondering, is Moshiach schluffing? Is Moshiach sleeping? What's going on? Like, yalla, what's going on? We need something. We need to understand. Is Moshiach schluffing? Are we schluffing? You want to say something?
I don't know. This might be a dumb question, but
no such thing.
Does Moshiach? Does that person know that they're Moshiach? At what point would they know?
The rest of this shir is going to make you feel so dumb for saying, I think this is a dumb question. How's that? Like, yalla, kama efshar, kadima, yalla. We're asking you with the real dire ruts and say, Ribono shel olam, we're not even sure what we're hanging on to anymore. This is like, it's just very draining tkufa right now. And so this dmut of Melech HaMashiach, who is Mashiach? What is his character like? What are his characteristic traits? Is he aware of who he is? That's also a big question. Does Mashiach know that he's Mashiach? Does he not know right now? Does he know, and is he keeping it a secret? When we speak about Mashiach in the sources, we're talking about a big character. This is a big dmut. Someone big. Gvoha v'na'alet Mikol Gdolei Adorot, greater than anyone in any generation. We're speaking about someone that's alive. Someone that's alive and that receives more life. There's more of a birthday, like he has another birthday. There's more life that comes in to the picture, right? Yeah?
I'm thinking the same thing, but from the other end.
Yeah.
Abraham, Moshe, they were all exalted, but after the fact. Meaning, in their own lives, they were mocked. We don't mock them.
Ala Pasuk. The pasuk in Yeshaya says, "Hine yaskil avdi, yarum v'nisa v'gava me'od." My servant will become wise. He will become big and higher, much higher, more and more and more. This is someone you definitely would want to go out with your daughter. This is a big neshama. This is a big one. This is someone bigger than. like the American president says always, huge. Right? This is huge. Ve'od ne'emar ve'gavoa me'od, that he will be very high, whatever that means. Romez she'amashiach hu b'madrega gvoa yoter gam me'adam harishon. He'll be on even on a higher level than Adam Harishon. This is crazy. Even greater than Adam HaRishon. This is not to be believed. And then he already knows that he's Mashiach. But the rest of the people don't know yet. Until he reaches this peak of his shleimus, and then it'll be clear to all. So to go back to the beginning now, does Mashiach know that he's Mashiach today? Maybe. 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 The answer is maybe. I'll throw in an alavai as well, because then it will. But the answer is maybe. So am I supposed to sit back and just doodle and just be like, okay, as long as he knows? No, still no. Because I know that my inyan is more, weiter, b'semcha. Ribbon Shalom, you're stuck with me whether you send Mashiach or chas v'shalom you don't. So if that's the case, wouldn't it make more sense if you just make it happen? That's the holy chutzpah. Like Hashem, you have us. We're not going anywhere. After everything we've been through, can you imagine now we decide it's not really working? You're stuck with us. So you may as well let Mashiach know that he could let us know that it happened. He had a birthday. It worked. We'll all come and gather around him. And then the skepticism comes in again. Because maybe in this room they will. What about the rest of the world? What is the energy that we're supposed to attach ourselves to? On a practical level, on a Lamaisa level. And I hope it just encourages us to continue to do exactly what we're doing and doing it better. What he's made out of is that he's more exalted, according to the Midrash, than Avram Avinu, Moshe Rabbeinu, angels, and even Adam Harishon. Beseder. I'm happy to hear. I want to see him. It's nice to know. That's really nice. It's pleasant to know that this is what we've been waiting for this whole time. Aval yala, ma koreh? As tofia. Then appear. Then appear.
That could be a little frightening to people.
Well, he's here to redeem us. I mean, he's not here to wait to be like, okay, are they worthy? Are they holy enough or not? Like his inyan is, I'm coming to change the ballgame. Whether Mashiach comes or not, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Every day that Mashiach doesn't come now, within Am Yisrael, it's Mashiach's loss.
Isn't it our fault?
It's not like we're perfect.
Whether Hashem decides to send Mashiach or not, based on my avoda, that's Hashem's cheshbon. There's a lot of different inyanim there, yeah. But right now we're banking on that he's going to get it right. Okay? The process of Mashiach becoming Mashiach, which is a very important piece of this puzzle. B'imshech meforash, now later on there's a ta'alich, it's explained here, a certain process that Mashiach is going to go through. Beperusho shel Rabbi Chaim Vital HaZohar, as Reb Chaim Vital explains his Perush in the Zohar, he says like this, Ki ma shekatuv b'Zohar, shebavo geula yitorer HaMashiach, yitar, meaning that as Geula comes, Mashiach will wake up. Hakavanahi, what does this mean? Ki'ilu mitchila haya yashen. It's as if in the beginning he was shlufing, he was sleeping. V'kasher tavolo haneshama shel neshama, then when his soul's soul will enter him, yitar v'yitvasef lo koach nevuah, he will wake up, and the spirit and power of prophecy will be added onto him. V'yitar mishnatei, and he'll wake up from his sleep. Ve'az יזכה המשיח לאותה הנשמה ותתגלה בו ואז יכיר בעצמו שהוא המשיח. Mashiach will wake up from a certain shluf and then realize, I am Mashiach. It'll be a process that he goes through. The Mashiach that we're davening for, this stage in life, is a Mashiach that will recognize within himself that he is Mashiach. This will only happen after this extra level of soul is planted within him. You see, he says over here, false messiahs have been people that know they may have had potential to be Mashiach, but they didn't go through this waking up from a shluf and a new dimension of soul being placed within them. That's how Reb Chaim Vital says. Emar b'midrash Tehillim, the second line. It's brought down in Midrash Tehillim, shebe'et ha'geula yeh Mashiach ke'adam shenolad michadash. When redemption happens, Mashiach will be a person that is born anew. Sheken, yinatnu bo kochot chadashim. Mashiach will be receiving new powers, new strengths in the Geula. V'kad, this is just a quote from the Zohar, V'kad titi shate כשתבוא שעתו, when the time will come, אמר להם לקדוש ברוך הוא, God says, עלי לבראותו בריאה חדשה. I have to recreate him as a new creation. הרי שהמשיח עצמו משתנה. Mashiach himself changes, עד כדי בריאה חדשה. He becomes a new creation במהלך הגאולה. In the course of redemption. שהוא יהיה גואל ישראל. Meet Moshe Rabbeinu, the 68-year-old, and interview him, and ask him, what do you think your life is going to be? Like, how do you see this next stage in life? What do you think you're going to be into? What would he probably say? Shepherding. Come to him and say, you're actually going to be like the first Mashiach. What are you talking about? You're going to take the Jewish people out of Am Yisrael. So, because we already know the rest of the story, we think Moshe Rabbeinu was driven like that and lived like that from day one. And Chasam Sofer says, no, that's not the story. Huh? The Sneh proves it. נכון? ולא ידע ולא ירגיש בעצמו שהוא יהיה גואל ישראל. כן יהיה אם ירצה השם הגואל האחרון. Chasam Sofer says, so too will be with the last Redeemer, Melech HaMashiach. לכשיגיע הזמן, יתגלה אליו השם יתברך. Hashem will reveal himself to him. ואז יערה רוחו של משיח, Mashiach's spirit will be poured down. הטמון וגנוז למעלה עד בואו. He's saying the same wording as the Zohar, just in different. He's saying the same meaning, just different words. He says this spirit called Melech HaMashiach energy will then be, it was preserved in Shemaim. And it'll be poured onto Melech HaMashiach at that stage in life. But this tzaddik himself, he doesn't know, Mora Dvora. He doesn't know. Moshe Rabbeinu did not know. If you're so humble, you can't know these things, right? But when time comes, he'll have a burning bush revelation moment. You know, why put limits on how it can happen? But it'll happen. And now look at the next title. Vehu eino yodea. And Mashiach, well, all it says here is Vehu eino yodea. And he doesn't know. And he doesn't know. It's almost like saying, Yalla, and you think that there's a Mashiach that's like just waiting to like go into a telephone booth and come out with a... Okay, he's not, that's not how it works by us. There's no... The Yalla is only to Hashem. The Yalla is not to a person. So what is he saying? He's saying we're speaking about a gradual level, a gradual stage of revelation. ממצב של צדיק, שאפילו אינו יודע שהוא המשיח, he doesn't even know he's the Mashiach. הגואל, the Redeemer, מתעלה יותר ויותר. They become holier and more sanctified and exalted. ובתוך כך, and while they're growing, מקבל כוחות עליונים, they receive higher supernal strengths, ואת נשמת משיח הגנוזה תחת כיסא הכבוד. Until they receive the soul of Melech HaMashiach, but it seems that he doesn't reach this exalted level at once. It's not like, boom, here's this person, and he's all these things all together. That's not the story. He himself, Mashiach himself, will grow, he will become exalted as the process of redemption, of the bigger picture of redemption, is happening, he too grows with it. But there's going to be a day that all this gewaltness about Mashiach is going to be growing, it's going to jump to like, in such an extreme way. And on that day, tavon neshama shel neshama shelo. What an interesting phrase. His soul's soul will come to him. Hanetuna began Eden, it was resting in Gan Eden, a piece of his soul, or another layer of his soul. V'tinaten la'isha tzadikahu, and it will be given to this tzaddik. Ve'az zacha liot goel, and then he will merit becoming the actual Redeemer. This is very, very deep. Everyone understand what he said? There's this whole world of him that is being preserved, access to the soul that's being preserved. It's in Gan Eden. And on that day, sorry?
For the right time.
For the right, and on that day, this extra dimension of neshama will then be placed by Melech HaMashiach.
It was like predetermined,
Sorry?
He was predetermined to be the Mashiach versus
Right, but
earning the position.
You don't earn, you don't earn Mashiach. You earn becoming like a. This is a different ballgame, different category. Yeah.
As you, we might be getting to it, but as you go, I keep like whether the factor that is like still unclear in my mind is when is the point of recognition of him, and do we have to recognize him in order for that soul to come down? And
No. You actually won't recognize. This happens before. This happens before. You don't recognize him when the soul comes down. There's something that's happening between him and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But that's no steering.
I always felt like part of the process of him being raised up would be our like coming together.
Right. So this opens the door for something pretty wild. A clear hakara. There'll be a clear recognition that this is happening.
It's a relief.
Okay.
As things stand now, I feel like there would be people who say, "No, this is Moshiach," and then there would be, like equal amount of people who would be like, "You're crazy."
Well, that's what I remember. Michal Golan said that years ago.
Moshe Rabbeinu was becoming Moshe Rabbeinu his whole life. That's what he just said. Moshe Rabbeinu was becoming Moshe Rabbeinu his whole life. We meet him. At what age do we meet Moshe Rabbeinu? Birth. Right? The trick question. Meaning we get to know him much more when he's 80, but we have these moments with him before. He was becoming Moshe Rabbeinu. It's not that this neshama came down, and the way we know Moshe Rabbeinu was the way he was from the get-go. Zerasipu. He was becoming Moshe Rabbeinu. Pieces of his neshama were entering into him as he came along, as opposed to other people that when they come down with their neshama. This is what it is, and this is, hopefully they do the best that they can. But by the tzaddikim, the ones that are, we see over here, are made out of something else. They're becoming who they are as they go along. At every stage in life, they're receiving another portion of their soul. And he's comparing Mashiach to Moshe Rabbeinu on this level. And that's how it's explained over there. Kach mefurash sham pasuk, ani hayom eladaticha, dekai al chelek haneshama la neshama shetivaled az. This is speaking about the piece of the extra dimension of soul that will be born, meaning will be placed and implemented and connected to a certain soul on a certain day. That means that, okay, so let's talk about this, bless you. Let's speak about this Pshat right now. So right now, Mashiach is alive. Does Mashiach know that he's Mashiach as of right now? Maybe. What brings about Mashiach meriting this level of soul to come and be placed into him? Everything we learned until now. Zachu, lo zachu. A lot of it is dependent on us, on our soul work. Huh?
Our big cry.
Our cry. Our gewaldic cry. I continue going down a path of that may lead me to the Malchus, to this royal regal state of being. But from that moment on, he wakes up over there, and then this next level of neshama goes into him.
There's no hesitance. There's no
feedback. It's not. He's operating at a completely different dimension. It's not. Yeah, it's beyond bechira at that point. And he says over here, and then when he reveals himself completely, Yakiru Kol Yisrael will all recognize him, v'yitkabtzu elav, and we will be joining him. We will gather together with him, and keep on giving it your best shot. L'chaim.
You have learned the hard way that not everyone knows what to do with you. What really strikes me though is how this has not stopped you from caring. If anything, I think it has made you more aware, more attuned to what other people think and what they need, and more intentional about how you show up. I feel like you're probably the kind of person that when you walk into a room, you can kind of like sense what is going on. Like you can feel the tension, the unspoken things, the weight of what other people are carrying. And I think a lot of the times you don't just notice it, you also internalize it. And so you carry it with them. And maybe no one has ever thanked you for that. Maybe no one even realizes that you do it.
Like, you have exited the preface before the book of your life, and you have officially entered chapter 1. And you're entering like a 30 chapter first edition book. It's happening. And you know what's funny is that it's like nothing shows it yet because you're just on page 1. Like you're just getting there. It's just beginning. And you can feel it, and that's how you know you're on page 1. Like, this is the beginning and it's happening. It is here. You are here. You are here, okay?